Hi everyone, it's Alla, and today I'm going to share with you how I applied for US visa, for touristic US visa as a student in Canada, and how was the process, how long it took me, and how much it costs. Let's go. So as a student in Canada and as a person who lives in Vancouver, which is super close to US border, I was looking at people who travel like for a long weekend or for a week to US, and I was always kind of jealous about that, how easy it is for them. So I decided to take a step after living here for 2 years and to apply for the visa. So let's start with the process. First of all, you need to go to the website that I'll link in the description and fill out the form, which is called DS160. Sorry. You fill out the whole information that you need, but basically, and the first important thing that you need to know, you will receive an ID. It will be mentioned. Save it somewhere, because then when you don't fill out completely the form, which is gonna take like at least 30 minutes, or if you distract yourself, then you have an ID, your ID and password, and it's gonna be easy. And you will need it anyway in the future, so save the ID number somewhere. After you save the ID, just fill out the form. It's basic information about yourself, about your family, where have you been traveling, how many languages you know, and like what's your actually goal. So when you fill out the form, or before you fill out the form, it would be better, you need to have a plan. What are you going to do like for the trip? I remember I filled out that I wanted to go to New York or to Seattle, and like for a week. They ask you about the address where you're going to stay, and I would honestly also save it for the future when they can ask you also that information in the interview. After you fill out the form, you will need to register on another site for the interview. It's basically also kind of another form where you fill out kind of the same information, and then you're allowed to look at the dates that are available for the interview, which is a very tricky part, because you will see on the website that like the dates that are available are literally 1 year later than now. So basically, if right now is April 2023, then you will see dates available somewhere in year 2024, like June, July, August, and which is super far. You can always pick the first day that you see is available, and then you can monitor every day, let's say 6-7 times a day, just randomly monitor it, and you will see when you choose like change the date, you will see that some people just opened a different date, or like they registered kind of thing, and they found another date which is closer maybe to the current situation. So for example, I remember when I registered, which was in December 2022, I had the date somewhere like in January 2024, and I was not completely happy with that, and then I started monitoring. I found then in October 2023, then I found in June 2023, and I found in May, and then I found in March or February. I think I found in February 2023. So I was monitoring from December to January to find the date, and I found like in February, like at the end of February. It took me a while to find it, honestly. It took me some time to do that, but like as soon as you do that, it's just like you just need to wait, and it's fine. After that, after you're registered for the interview, you just need to wait. You will receive multiple emails about the successful registration and everything. When you arrive there, please don't take anything with you. And they will also tell you this. They will even send you emails, don't bring anything. And I didn't take it serious. I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring anyway, like my phone, water, because I need to walk there, of course my documents, and like headphones because I want to listen to music when I walk there. And it was a huge mistake to do that, honestly, because they have super small lockers. They have lockers just for the phone. So just like you understand, this is like the size, probably like this is the size of their lockers, and it can only fit phones, that's it. And like I brought even like 2 phones, and they were already questioning like if I can even like do that, if I can leave them. So I had to find a place where to leave my bottle of water, my bag, my headset, and it was a challenge. So please don't bring anything. And of course you need to come a bit earlier depending on the time, but of course if you have such a situation, just don't bring anything, that you save time, because there are going to be a lot of people before you, and there are going to be different lines. As soon as you enter and you already gave your phone and you just have your documents and everything, of course you will go through control kind of thing, like at the airport, where they will ask you, okay, so put your stuff here, we will check if you don't have that you don't have anything. Then you will wait. I don't remember, so my time was like 10:45 or 10:30. And honestly, after I entered the building, it was already 10:30, and I started freaking out because I thought I need to be at 10:30. I need already to talk to the interviewer, or like to have this interview. And I already started freaking out that I missed my time slot. They're not gonna accept it. But then I realized actually everyone is like that. So basically, by that time that mentioned on like your time slot, you just need to enter the building. Of course, if you come a bit earlier, it would be better because you will still wait in the line depending on what time you're coming. But usually if it's in the morning, somewhere like 7 a.m., 8:30, there are not going to be that many people. But like when I came was already 10:30, and there was a huge line. Literally, there were, I think, like 30-40 people like in front of me, but it was moving pretty fast, so don't need to worry about that. I think in total it took me a couple of hours to go through all this process. So first they will you will go to one person, and they will just take your documents. You don't even need to talk to them, honestly. They will just ask you maybe some questions, but this is not the interview though. The interview is going to be when you go to a different floor, and they will tell you, here is the interview. Literally, you will see, okay, the interview section 2 or section 3, and then you will come there and they will ask you questions like, so when are you going? Where are you gonna stay? Are you going alone or with your friends? For how long are you going? And like, have you been living long in Canada? And like, what are you doing in Canada? And how are you gonna sponsor yourself? So those are kind of the questions that they usually ask. And I think the interview was like just 5 minutes, and they tell you immediately if they reject it or approve it. Usually when you're a student in Canada, it's pretty easy, it's pretty straightforward. You just need to answer honestly the questions, and I would say put the same answers, as you put it in the form. So if you put, like, for example, I put that I want to go to New York from June 2nd to June 7th for a week, right? Then, or like for a bit longer. Then I would also say the same information at the interview, because this is like my plan. This is why I want to get a visa. That the information just matches, which makes sense. And after that, when they tell you if they reject it or view it, or they just tell you you're done, you're free to go, and that's it. And you just leave the building, and you don't need to monitor anything. You just need to wait for your visa. Usually it takes, it took me 3 days, but I think on the website it says 5 to 7 days. So just like take that time into consideration, but usually it takes less time. And it's easy to get the passport and everything. Please remember, which it was also fun for me, because I thought you need to pick up the passport from the consulate, but then they put the address actually on the website where you were registering for the interview and everything, where you need to pick it up. So remember that it's not the consulate, it's a different place. And I think the last thing that I forgot to mention is, of course, the price. Because I'm a Russian citizen and I'm a student here, I don't have a PR here, so I had to pay 216 USD, and I paid by credit card. So of course it's converted in Canadian dollars and everything, so you can, I think it's approximately 250, so that you know how much it is. Usually you would get a visa for I got it for 3 years, but like most people get it for 10 years. And this is all what basically you need to know about the US visa, touristic visa, and the process itself. If you have any questions, just let me know, and of course I will answer them all. Thank you so much, and have a nice day. Bye.